and welcome back to Save Ourselves. Or if you're new here, then hi. I am Aparna. So it's a brand new month, and that's why I'm back with a new video where we are going to reset for the month of August. Now, whenever a new month rolls around, I like to sort of take a half a day or a complete day and just take stock of the month that has passed, the month that is about to commence, and just do a little reset so that I know that I am off to a good start. These things involve taking care of my environment. For instance, I'll be changing all of my sheets today and just giving everything a little bit of a dust and a wipe down. And it also involves things like updating my bullet journal, setting it up for the new month, journaling about reflecting on the past month, journaling about some of the goals that I want to set, having all of these systems in place. I also do like a monthly finance check-in where I log all of my expenses and income and all of that. So that is also a part of my monthly routine. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to have a little bit of a monthly reset, and I am going to bring you along. So let's get started. So now that we're done taking care of our environment, it's now time to jump into the bullet journal setup for the month of August. Now for each month, I have the same set of spreads that I'll make on repeat, and there are like a few thematic spreads that I'll add according to the season or the phase of my life that I'm in. So I'm just gonna put on some background music and create the spreads in my bullet journal. Let's go. Hello, so it's the next day and it's a cold, rainy day today, and I haven't quite finished with my monthly like reset and setup. And I think that's quite natural because we won't always have the time to take out an entire day to do a reset. And I feel it's like a more realistic process also to take it over like a couple of days and find chunks in between your days, because we all have work and responsibilities and errands to run, and we can't quite have like a big chunk of time dedicated to doing this reset. And I think that's the way it's like good to go about it. Also, you can do it whenever you get time, or even over the weekend, or whenever time permits. So after like doing like taking care of my environment and setting up my bullet journal for the month of August, some of the things that I want to do today is actually go in and fill the spreads that I made for August. So I do have like empty pages for goals and affirmations and the things that I want to do in August, and now it's time to go and like plan a little bit and actually set the goals that I want to achieve. And the way that I do is I go with input based goals rather than output based goals. So it's input based goals are basically things that I can control. So if, for example, for Save Ourselves, an output based goal would be to get like 10,000 views on a video. However, that's not really in my control after a certain point. Like I can make sure that I create the best video that I can, but even after doing that, I cannot guarantee that that will happen. But an input based goal could be create a video that I am really satisfied with and I've put my best efforts in. Or a quantitative one can be like create one video every week for the month of August. So that's the kind of approach that I take to goals, and I can make like a whole separate video about it if you're interested in like input based versus output based goals. And after doing that, I also want to go and have my like monthly finance check-in. So I do have like this Notion template for myself where I track all of my income and my expenses for the month and just get an idea for myself about like where my money is coming from and where it's going and how my finances look for each month. So those are some of the things that I want to tackle. So let's get right into them. And apart from this whole resetting and planning and all of that, I think a monthly reset is also a great time to just go around your house and take a look at things that need to be swapped out or replaced, or any things that need attention or to be like taken care of. For instance, I'll just go around and see if like my kitchen towels need to be swapped and my napkins need to be swapped out, or if anything needs a wash or whatever. Like on the go, we are always doing these things, and we take care of them weekly or like at the frequency that is suitable for us. But I think a monthly checkpoint is a great way to ensure that all of these little things have been looked after, because maybe during a busy week you just forgot to swap out some of your kitchen towels or your napkin, and that's an area that you can take care of during this monthly check-in. I'll also go through the products that I used in terms of my bath products, the food that I have in my pantry, my skincare and all of these things, and see if I'm running low on anything and I need to do like a grocery run, or if anything needs to be swapped, or just little things that I can take care of. Some of like the basic products that you can also look at is like if it's time to change out your toothbrush, if you need to swap out like the room fresheners or air fresheners in any of the rooms in your house, or little things like that, because these are especially like such tiny things that we can easily forget about them. And I feel like having this sort of a monthly checkpoint is a great way to just look at all of these things in your life and make sure that they are all ready to like assist you in times when you're really busy and you need to sort of like not think about them on the day to day. It I think takes a lot of mental load off of your brain, and you're able to close out all of the tabs that are constantly running of like, this is something I need to take care of, and is this already taken care of, did I wash this, did I swap that out. So I think just combining all of those little tasks into one single like time during a monthly reset is a great way to just like alleviate a lot of your mental load and just take care of it in like 1 or 2 days. So I hope that these little tips help. What I'll also suggest is like making a list of all of these admin tasks that you need to take care of each month. So there is this YouTube channel called The Bliss Bean, and she has like an extensive routine for weekly or even like mid-weekly and monthly resets, and she makes these exhaustive lists of all the little things that she wants to take care of. And I think that's a really inspiring channel. If you want to go check her out, I have personally looked at all of the lists, and even though I have not made one yet, I think it's something that I really want to do in the future, and maybe I'll start with this month itself. So that's another tip that maybe can help you out in your monthly resets as well. So one tip that I have for you when you're planning out like a new month is to go through the different aspects in your life and see what kind of habits you want to track, and then maybe form your goals around those habits. So for instance, I have about like 8 or 9 habits that I like to track every month, and then the reason why I track these habits is because I want to see my progress in these aspects of life. So for example, one of the habits is whether I'm working on Save Ourselves every day or not, and the goal is not to be so rigid with myself that I have to work on it every single day, but at the end of the month I just want to see like how consistent I've been and what helps me like achieve this sort of habit and be consistent with it is forming goals around it. So if I want to show up to it every day, I could set up a goal for myself, which is like creating some like form of content every day, or documenting my life, filming a little bit, or whatever can sort of aid my habit that I show up and I perform it every day. Those are the sort of goals that I want to make. And like even vice versa, if there is any specific goal that you want to achieve, then it's like best to have some sort of associated habit that you can track alongside, and then it's just like a documentation that lets you see your progress, and it will give you like quantitative data as to like how you are progressing in terms of that goal. So that's one tip when it comes to like setting your goals and intentions for the month, and that's what I'm about to do right now. So let's get into it. So that's all I had for you in this video, and I hope you enjoyed coming along with me as I reset for the month of August and set up the things for the upcoming month. I hope that you also have a great time resetting for the month of August and that you have a great month ahead. If you enjoyed this video, make sure that you subscribe to this YouTube channel because I create a lot of content on these similar topics, and I also have a podcast which I upload to this same channel, which is called the Save Ourselves podcast, and you'll get weekly or bi-weekly videos on this channel itself. So make sure that you're subscribed because there is a lot of new content coming your way. I'll see you next week. Bye bye.